Oh, hi everyone. We caught Doug
Sorry.
typing. No.
Sorry, I was
How
writing some down
dare
before I
you,
forgot.
Doug?
I've been very in the zone in terms of writing today. Even like we always meet up a little bit beforehand, and Heather gets everything set up. I'm like, I usually talk a little bit or something. I'm just like, cool, you keep going. I've just been definitely in writing mode today. Sorry about that.
No, you're all good. You're all good. If you type what you need to type, Doug. We're all here for the Doug experience, right? That's what this is. No. Doug typing Dear Diary, right, Elite?
Everyone tells me whenever I write or especially when I draw, I look really pissed off and I don't mean to. I think whatever I'm drawing, I kind of make like the reaction of it. Of course, a lot of times when I'll draw, so I'll be exaggerated, angry, mean, afraid, whatever. And so I'll just look like that. And I'm like, I don't mean to look that way, I swear.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I've caught him before, like typing
Mm.
something and like making a crazy face, like ah.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's just for a reason. That's what I look like when I'm
That's
in the
just how he
zone.
is. Yeah. Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome to Chatting with Doug, where you get to ask Doug the questions that you've always wanted the answers to. I see that we have questions already pouring in here, and we are just did a little bit of a longer stream starting soon screen. Sorry about that. Was getting things set up. So let's get to the rules so that we can start answering these questions. First and foremost, we give priority to the bit messages and super chats since that is some real world money spent. Towards the end of stream, most likely, is when we'll have time for non-paid questions or highlighted questions on Twitch or YouTube. So please save those for the end of stream, because if you're going to repeat yourself over and over and over again in chat, you can get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do it. On the YouTube side of things, we prioritize super chats that are $5 and over. We get a large volume of questions, so this is just a way for us to be able to prioritize and get to those non-paid questions, because I promise you, we are trying to get to them. If you give a super chat less than $5, if there's time at the end, we'll go back and read it, but $5 and over is the priority. Please keep it to one question per bit message or super chat. It's not fair if you get to ask 5 in one and other people haven't even had a chance to ask one yet. We've got like over 100 people in our combined chats here between Twitch and YouTube. So, we're just trying to get a variety of questions here. It's also an easy way for your question to get missed. If you ask this, and we only answer like 2 of the questions, we don't have time to go back and answer every question that you have as a part of that question. Along those lines, please keep it short and to the point. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, the more likely it is we're going to miss something and we don't have time to go back and figure out what you were trying to say. Also along those lines, if you absolutely must break up your message into multiple parts, please keep it to 3 absolute max. That's kind of what we found is the sweet spot here. Again, we don't have time to figure out how part 12 related to part 2 and where you're going with this. So 3 is just right. Please, no spoilers. Not everyone has had a chance to see the latest and greatest. I know I'm very behind. Doug's also behind, though, okay? So just no spoilers.
No, I think I'm
No?
caught up. I think I've seen everything that's ever hit the planet, so I'm good.
Oh, that's great. I'm really happy for you, Doug.
Yeah, I caught up last night.
Oh, amazing. I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you. I'm not. So still no
Okay.
X-Men 97 spoilers, okay? We're on episode 5 now, but just don't do it.
That's so good, right? It's so
It's
good.
so good. We just don't have time.
Okay.
Great.
No swearing
No
for me.
swearing. I feel like I'm missing something, but I also feel like I jumbled up some of the
So
order here, so.
yeah, no, I think we got it. I think we're
All
good.
right. Great. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Let's get to it then. Cherish More, thank you for the $5 super chat. Will we ever get a nostalgia critic of the MTV 90s classic Joe's Apartment?
I've never seen it. It's looking less likely since Paramount has been, just kind of a fussy butt about us doing what we're legally allowed to do. So, yeah, for the moment, we're keeping a little bit of distance from them. But yeah, it's a shame because I was going to actually do some reviews of some stuff that I was very positive about. But Nope, nope, I can't stay away even if we like it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. So I saw the new Wildwood trailer. It looks absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to see it. From how it looks, I think it might end up being my favorite Leica film.
Yeah, I know a new one dropped, but honestly, at this point, I find when I really want to see a movie, I'm actually going out of my way to not see more trailers. I want to be surprised when I see it. And that's one where I saw a new one dropped. I'm like, I think I'm gonna wait because I know I'm gonna see this movie. I can't not see this movie. And I can't not see it on the big screen. So yeah, it already had me. I mean, it almost had me at Leica, though I never did see that. The Bigfoot one, what's it called? The Missing Link one. But everything else they've ever made, I've always been very, very interested in. This one, I'm also crazy super interested in.
Sonic, thank you for the $5 super chat. Why haven't you done sketches in your reviews since Forrest Gump? We've been
People
out.
have been, yeah, no, people have been out of town. There's been one or two moments where I can't remember if I something else happened where I either got knocked out or something where or a movie got to me late. I can't remember what it was, but something
You lost your
delayed.
power for a little while and
That
had
was
to
it.
delay
That's
things.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I lost my power for a couple days. I just remember what it was. So that moved things around and stuff like that. So yeah, the next one does, and I'm literally writing one right now that has us all in it too. So yeah, it used to be every other week, and then just for a little bit, there are a couple in a row where that wasn't the case. So you know, it happens. Nobody's gone or anything like that. Everyone's still here. So yeah, and you will see that return back to normal next week.
Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on Leica's new trailer for their movie Wildwood? It looks really good and emotional.
I already thought that I thought that before I saw this trailer, and because of that, I have not seen this trailer. Like I said, I think I'm going to keep my distance from it. I'm just going to not look up anything else about it because I want to be surprised when I see it. Because I already know I'm going to see it. I'll probably see it opening day.
Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the $5 super chat. So, I watched a video that argued that using real animals on a movie set environment is abusive. Sounds like they want more Call of the Wilds.
uh, hmm. You know, I'm not going to pretend I'm an animal expert. I My assumption would be it's not, but A, it could depend on the production, the trainers, the animal, all that stuff. Uh, and B, I just overall don't know. So I mean, I hope that's not the case. A, obviously, I don't want anything bad to happen to animals. I hope they're okay and everything. But B, I also don't want any more of those awful effects like in Call of the Wild. So I don't know. I guess there's some things we don't always talk about that we kind of overlook. That sometimes I do go, well, is that something or is it not? I'm just not brushed up on the information. I mean, for years we thought circuses were okay, and I'm hearing more and more terrible stuff about that. SeaWorld, Shamu, all that stuff. So I'm not going to pretend and say, it's fine when I legit don't know, but I do know there are a lot of people ready to pounce on that kind of stuff. So my assumption would be that they would be taking a lot of precautions to make sure everything's as safe as possible. Because I really don't think animal abuse is something people like to hear stories about, and they will usually pounce on that stuff. So I hope that's not true. I hope that it is still done humanely. And anything what I've seen on some sets is that yes, animals can be difficult to work with sometimes, but what they'll do, they'll have the animal there, and then they'll have somebody like in a green screen suit like lead around the animal, and then they CG them out later. Like that, I really like that's something where I'm like, okay, the animal doesn't have to stay there too long. They don't have to be too confused. The trainer can help them along and everything. That I'm a real big fan of.
Headshot, thank you for the $5 super chat, and Mouse PI for hire. Sometimes when you talk to Millie, she sings, and a C, and an R, and an A, and a P. And then Jack says, hey, language.
Uh, I'm sure you're right. Most of the times when that character talked, I kind of like tuned her out. I'm really shocked they didn't do more with that character. There's a couple characters that I'm like, I thought they do more, but maybe those are supposed to be like side missions you're supposed to come back to, and maybe I didn't do.
Sorry about that, chat. I don't know why that just popped up. For some reason, my computer is trying really hard. I had this happen during my stream this afternoon as well. It's trying really hard to update my camera right now while I'm using it. So
That's
it just did a little pop up halfway over your face that was like, "You want to update your camera?" No, I'm in the middle of stream. You know I'm using it, program. Anyway, Truth Hope Love, thank you for the $5 super chat. Bad news. Buddy is releasing the same day as Coyote vs. Acme. Good news is Chinese Tom and Jerry is releasing in September.
Oh yeah, some people were telling me about that. I guess it's really not getting good reviews, which is saying something because there's been a lot of bad Tom and Jerry projects in recent years. Buddy is the sort of Barney the dinosaur movie, right? Hold on, Buddy
I don't
movie.
know. I don't know if I've heard of that.
Let's try images. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm guessing Coyote versus Acme because there's been too much buildup about it. But I will say I've seen a trailer every once in a while for Buddy. It is looking more and more interesting the more I see it. I thought it was something that was going to be like limited release, like only a few cities. It was mostly going to be on streaming or something. But yeah, I didn't know it was going to be a wide release. So I'm curious to check it out. Maybe I'll see after I see Coyote versus Acme. Maybe I'll go check that out.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Doug, which Matrix movie is your favorite?
I'm not saying this is a like the best one, but out of all of them, I do like Reloaded the most. It just has the most silly stuff in it, kind of the most fun philosophy, and the that fight with all the Smiths, I still think is spectacular, even though it goes to complete cartoon, in the last third. But I still am so impressed how they got all those actors to look like that one actor, and then sometimes they have to CG in the faces. And I usually know how this works. Will they have one main, like Hugo Weaving will play one, and then that'll be the one they mostly focus on, and then the background actors will be like the other ones that hopefully they don't have to put CG on and everything. Even outside of that, just the fight itself, I think, is so much fun. It's the first time I watched a Matrix movie and I was actually interested in what was going on, even though all the complaints everybody says about it, I do agree with. They're not wrong. I just so didn't care in the first one. I found everybody so uninteresting. Where at least in this one, it was getting so cartoony that I was kind of having a good time with it. And I actually stand by the first third of the last Matrix movie that came out was really, really good. And I was enjoying it a great deal. Again, I was really liking it until they actually made it a Matrix movie. That it got bad.
Truth Hope Love, thank you for the $10 super chat. How could you like animation and not know much about Felix the Cat? That's like saying you love comedy and then you get to Chaplin and Keaton and go, I don't know about those dweebs.
Everybody has a blind spot, I guess.
I was frozen.
Maybe I should look up more because I'll say this: I knew who Oswald the Rabbit was, but I never saw any of his cartoons. And then when we watched a few of them doing Epic Mickey, I actually really, really liked them. I liked them more than the Mickey Mouse cartoons. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, actually, maybe I should check out Felix. Maybe there is more there, that I originally gave credit for.
Jimmy Vance, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey guys, this is my last super chat for a while as I start uni soon. Just want to say thanks for always being a highlight in my life. Keep it up and go Miners. Well, best of luck in your school year this year.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for watching for so long. And yeah, just remember you can always listen to us yap. You don't always have to pay, bit messages or super chats or anything like that. We'll always be here to try and entertain you.
Jamie, thank you for the $5 super chat. YouTube announced on Twitter that starting August 24th, views will count on videos the second the video begins to play.
Yeah, I heard about that. Kind of all over the place on it. On the one hand, sure, it's nice that technically everybody's views are probably going to go up. But there's other ramifications to it that I think a lot of people have pointed out. A lot of people, honestly, even more qualified than me, that know the statistics and behind the scenes numbers and stuff like that. So I probably have more concern than optimism around it, but at the same time, I mean, hopefully there's some good stuff around it too. We'll see. I'm curious what the outcome of that is going to be, like what the
Timing!
fallout is going to be, if that is going to make, if more things are going to get better as opposed to other things are going to get more complicated and bad. So hopefully it's better.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. Danny Glover announced he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Any favorite films of
Oh,
his?
uh, let me make sure we're talking about the same. You said Danny Glover,
Danny
correct?
Glover, correct.
Danny Glover. Okay, yeah. Actually, I did hear that. That is a shame. Oh, yeah, he is so likable, but I remember him being in a lot of bad movies, sadly. And it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, what I mean, everybody knows Lethal Weapon, obviously, but I'm trying to think of one where I'm like, yeah, like he never got much attention for that. Good God, he's in so much. Oh my God. I mean, like every year he does something like 6, 7 projects. Wow. And when you go back even more, it's just more and more and more. Holy smokes. Good Lord. I mean, I might have to just say Lethal Weapon because all the other ones I'm looking at are just so, it's just taking a while to even get to a lot of his good stuff here. So I haven't seen all of this movie yet. I want to, but I actually do remember him being kind of good in Predator 2. Uh, which, like I said, is a lot of people gave it flack because it was so different from the first one. I do remember him being good in Color Purple, and oh, what was the movie was kind of hit and miss, but what the hell was it? It was based on Beloved. I remember him being really good in that. Again, the movie was a little hit and miss, but I remember him being really good.
Alexander L. Wood, thank you for the $10 super chat. Favorite Mr. Peanut Butter quote? For me, it might be the key to being happy isn't to search for meaning, it's just keep yourself busy with unimportant nonsense and eventually you'll be dead.
That's pretty good.
That's so funny.
I do actually kind of like that one. I know when I was first watching the show, I could quote so many lines from that character. I love that character. Um, but it's been too long. I've had too much of a break in between them. I always kind of like, what is this? Some kind of crossover? Like that always makes me laugh. I don't know. The one you named was pretty good because that's like almost my philosophy. Because I do love to work. I love to do stuff. I love to just keep making things. Whether it be videos or drawings or writing or whatever. Conversation. That's another thing I love to make. So yeah, a weird part of me is kind of like, yeah, that's pretty good. That might be it.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. A live action Johnny Bravo movie is officially in development with John Cena set to play Johnny Bravo. What do you think?
He's a touch old. Not like he's old. John Cena is not an old man, but I certainly would have thought of him maybe like 10 years younger than that. But maybe he can do the voice. Yeah, no, it's just kind of the age. I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. But I do think that might get in the way. Honestly, I didn't know that character was still popular, especially popular for a live action movie.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I'm curious to see how it turns out.
The Firstborn, thank you for the $5 super chat. Film or digitally shot? What preference? Many films you said looked too ugly were really shot on film, no filter, and many, me also want that again.
It's rough. It's a good question. There is definitely a texture to actual film that I like. The light just hits different. Flesh looks very different on actual film. Digital is clear, certainly, and that is really nice to see. So something that's like a landscape or something like that. Oh, digital, it looks amazing. But something where you're looking at a person, you want to create a mood that you know what it is. Digital film is sharp focus, regular film is soft focus. They both have their place, but man, when you get that soft focus just right, oh, it's so impactful. So I guess I'll go with that. And I definitely don't want to give the impression that regular film is blurry. It's not. But there is just a different way the light hits on it that is very effective. But I mean, they both look really good if you use them right, and they both can look awful if you use them wrong.
Someone on Twitch is saying the John Cena playing Johnny Bravo news is a hoax. The rumor started from a troll X account, so
I
that would make
really
sense.
thought that sounded weird.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I was like, really? The characters, but I haven't seen like any merchandise pop up from the characters. So yeah, I was kind of wondering about that.
Ice Luigi Star, thank you for the $14 super chat. Did y'all hear about the passing of Hayden Panettiere? She was the original voice of Kyrie in Kingdom Hearts and Dot in A Bug's Life, as if losing the voice of Lilo wasn't bad enough.
Yeah, it when that popped up, she's one of those actresses where I'm like, well, it sounds familiar. What have I seen her in? Oh, everything. Like she
Yeah.
was just in all sorts of stuff, and I didn't know I was constantly seeing her in all these things. The one that I really liked, I was saying on the stream last night, was a character she played in Malcolm in the Middle, where I wish they had more of this character. She was so funny. She was written great. She performed it wonderfully, and it was always one of those characters. I'm like, oh man, I wish I had a lot more. So finding out that was her on top of all these other roles, because I guess compared to what she's played after that, I guess you could argue it's a little against type. She's like, a little geekish. She has kind of like the big puffy hair, the big glasses and stuff like that. But she's really smart, really clever, and really manipulative. And there's a great scene she has with Lois where they're both kind of on the same level, but Lois is just a little smarter only because she's older. But she's like, I know this routine. Okay, so here's the deal we're going to make and everything. And I was just like, man, I wanted more of this character. So even though she's good as Kyrie, she's good as all these other characters and everything, that is the one that stood out to me of like, okay, this is comedy and is comedy with layers. It's like a well set up character, even though it's only for a handful of episodes. So yeah, no, when I saw just the boatload of stuff she was in, I was really surprised to see. I actually have seen this person a lot and heard this person a lot, did a lot of voiceover, and wasn't aware of it. So yeah, no, that was really sad to hear.
Headshot, thank you for the $5 super chat. Won't say spoilers yet, but when I saw the Amazing Digital Circus finale, there was a lot of crying in the theater, more than I've heard in other movies.
Yeah, I think I heard some too. Yeah, I got nothing else I can say without going to spoilers, I guess. And even then, it's like, what can I say? Yeah, there was crying.
Elite Gamer, thank you for that 47-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Greetings, Heather and Doug. I hope you crazy awesome people are doing well. Seriously, thank you. I've been having some rougher times at work lately with stress and people being total jerks, so your videos and streams help me de-stress and laugh and smile. Y'all have made a huge difference in my life. I'll only ask one question. Did you both see the newest Wildwood trailer? Looks gorgeous, but seriously, thank you for literally everything.
Well, thank you for those incredibly kind words. Yeah, I hope things get better for you. Certainly, we'll always be here to act like jackasses to hopefully lift your spirits a little bit. And no, I haven't seen the new Wildwood trailer, only because I want to be surprised. When I see a film I really want to see and I know I'm going to see, I try to stay away from more trailers about it. And that's one I know I'm going to see. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to actually stay away from it more.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Kiss, Marry, Kill. Karen Gillan from Oculus, Naomi Scott from Smile 2, Rachel McAdams from Send Help.
Hold on. Oculus. I want to make sure that's the Oculus movie. Yeah, that's the Mirror movie, right? Yeah, just making sure.
Kiss, Marry, Kill.
It was Oculus, Send Help, and what's the other one?
Smile 2, Naomi
Smile
Scott.
2. Okay. Kiss, Marry, Kill. I can't kill them all. I know they're all gonna kill me. I guess kiss Naomi Scott because she's gonna be gone soon anyways to get the most you can out of that. If you've seen the movie. Let's see. Marry the Send Help lady because I'd respect her. I treat her right. And then kill the one from Oculus just because yeah, if you look in the mirror that much, you're already too vain. So.
Alexander Elwood, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the new Anthony Bourdain biopic Tony? It's a bit formulaic, but the performances make it worth watching.
I'll probably stream it. I'm not gonna lie, it's very rare that I say this. I I'm not in the mood to see it because I am just gonna think about how it all ends, and I feel like that's gonna put me in a bad mood. But I'm sure they knew that going in, so they focused on making the film very inspiring, very interesting, and I'm sure that's what I'm gonna get. I'll probably stream it. I'm not gonna have time to see it on the big screen. But it did look interesting. And that doesn't at all mean they shouldn't make it since he had the ending he did. But no, not at all. I'm sure it's a very good story. I'm sure it's well put together. I love Antonio Banderas. Be great to see him again. So I'll probably stream it when it comes out.
The Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Hell Doug, did you see the new trailer for Wildwood? It felt very mystical to me, mystical to me while also feeling big and grand in scale.
Uh, no. Like I've said just the other time. Sorry, I'm sure people have gotten this. They've heard me answer this like 5 times, even before they wrote it or whatever, or after they wrote it. But yeah, I want it to be a surprise, so I'm just keeping the rest of it on the lowdown for me.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. My point of talking about the I Have No Mouth inspired content, Good Place Portal, Charlie, Choco Factory, being referenced in Digital Circus is because Gooseworks respected them in her own inspired show.
I'm sure they did. I just, like I said, I'm sure it is. I remember watching a playthrough a long time ago. I would like to actually really read the story. I think that'd be cool. So yeah, one of these days I'd like to get around to it, but yeah, just a lot going on. But like I said, I remember seeing a playthrough a long time ago. I remember elements of it, but not a ton. So I should definitely give it another go.
AJ's dad, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, what are your favorite body swap and transformation episodes in movies?
Uh, I just saw. Oh, what's it called? It's that Steve Martin, Lily Tomlin movie where it was really something. Hold on, Steve Martin, Lily Tomlin. Sure, I'm spelling that wrong. All of Me. That's it. It is one of the most original ideas of it's Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin sharing a body, but she controls one half and he controls the other half. So it's mostly his physical performance, and it is really remarkable to why it is one of the most amazing physical performances I've ever seen. I really like the two shows. They're both sci-fi comedies. One's Red Dwarf. One is Third Rock from the Sun, where they do a body swap there. And the one where John Leguizamo and Kristen Johnson switch places. That one's great. Particularly Kristen Johnson does such a good John Lithgow. And then Red Dwarf when Chris Berry and Craig, I'm forgetting his name. They switch bodies, and again, Chris Berry's is better, and the other guy is good too. But that's always the fun, is seeing which one does it best, because you always know one's going to do it a little better. So that's always really fun.
Zinner Noah, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, maybe for this Disney-cember or the one after, add Hulu content, including Pizza Movie, an underrated comedy that gave me a laughing headache.
I already include Hulu a little bit. I did like, it's funny. I did King of the Hill, but the more I think about that was Fox anyway. But yeah, so I do incorporate Hulu in there every once in a while, even though I don't think I officially said I was. Same thing with Touchstone. I usually include that in there, even though I never made like an official announcement about it. So yeah, I do get it in there.
Mr. Quackerjack, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, if you thought Metal Sonic was a little pervy in the Sonic OVA, you should check him out in The Hues of Metal.
I'm sure you're right. It's funny. It's been so long since I reviewed that movie. I didn't even remember that was a thing about him. So yeah, I believe you though.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Sorry for missing the member chat. I was never alerted. I hope the chat went well.
Oh, that's weird.
You should be
Yeah,
able to still go
how about
back
that?
and watch it from yesterday
Yeah,
if you
that's true.
remember.
Yeah.
Dusk Wolf, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, just wanted to know what you think of the X-Men cast that has been announced so far.
None of them are bad. I have an issue that they're all very young, which I understand. It's still about a school. I'm sure they want these actors to be around for a while, so you start them off very young so they can grow up while they take the time to make these movies and everything. Um, Adam Driver, like a lot of people, I think will have made a better Magneto. I'm sure he'll be fine as Sinister, but John Hamm is right there, man. He's right there. Uh, it really is just the age of them right now. There's something odd imagining like they haven't said Wolverine's in this movie yet, but when Wolverine pops up, him being attracted to Sadie Sink now is a little weird. So there's little things like that. I just grew up with X-Men being exactly that: men, women, mankind, human grown-ups, and it's just not my personal thing when they make them really young. But X-Men Evolution was great. X-Men First Class was great. So it's not something where I'm like, well, that's -1 for them. It's just a personal preference. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm hoping it's good. I'd be lying if I said I was super excited about it, but maybe I'll get more excited when I start seeing trailers.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. I'm really excited for Incredibles 3. At D23, it was announced that while the first film was about Bob and the second film was about Helen, the third film will be about the kids. It was also announced that. What? Winkle, the first two films, the villain will have powers.
I'm sure they're talking about how in the last one it was a character that didn't have powers. This one will. This villain will have powers. And no, that's cool. Yeah, and I like the lean towards having the kids be the focus too, because again, that was my big issue with the first one is that Bob got maybe too much focus, where in the second one I thought was a little bit more balanced out. So, but I also get the idea that there should be one where there's a little bit more focus than the others. So yeah, I think doing that with the kids makes sense.
Diddy Miss, thank you for the $5 super chat. Any classic Disney cartoons that you want on Disney Plus?
Uh, I forget what's on there. I usually with Disney cartoons, I either have the ones I really want on DVD that I got years ago. Like I got the whole Goofy collection, uh, or sometimes I'll just find them online and put them on like a DVD or a jump drive if I ever just want to put them on. So I forget what is on Disney Plus, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to really think about it. I think all the ones that visually usually look really good are on there. Oh, I know, put the Mad Doctor on there. Let's get that really cleaned up and looking nice.
Juliana Goodwin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Heather, please tell me you saw the Hadestown pro shot and you dragged all of your CA members with you, especially Tamara and Walter. I didn't. I didn't even see it myself. I'm bummed that I missed it. Yeah, no, I didn't see it. I didn't drag people to it. Tamara should have seen it. She would love Hadestown so much. Doug, you would love it too. It's so good.
I believe you. I was gonna wait for it to like come on streaming to check it there.
Van, thank you for the $5 super chat. I thought this week's episode was going to be Supergirl 2026. Do you have plans of doing an NC review of it in the future?
I didn't write it down, but maybe I should. There's definitely material there. But I didn't really have like a passion for it to talk about. But at the same time, like I can definitely talk about stuff I think worked in it too. But obviously majority didn't. But yeah, I put it down. It's a possibility.
Alex Loves Musicals, thank you for the 500 bits. Did you see the sneak peek from Frozen 3 from D23? I wonder if the filmmakers found inspiration from the Frozen arc in Once Upon a Time with an evil ice queen.
We were saying in the stream last night, it'd be really cool if it's like the Ice Queen from like a different universe, and it's a universe that actually follows the fairy tale, like word for word. That would be very, very interesting if they do that, because they're already setting up like, just all sorts of supernatural stuff can happen here. Why not a parallel dimension where that's going on? I think that'd be a really, really cool idea. And yeah, the little bit I saw with like the little butterfly cape and stuff like that, I thought looked really, really neat. So again, my big concern is, are they going to be able to balance out the rest of the characters, because Elsa's always done fine. They always do a good job with her. It's squeezing in all the other characters where things seem to. It definitely went wrong in the second film. They were fine in the first film, so hopefully they can get the mojo back in the third one.
Elvish Ranger, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hello, Doug. Is there any book you have read, whether past or present, you'd like to see in a movie or show adaptation?
There's ones I have seen in adaptations, but not the adaptation I want. Yeah, the two I think of is Animal Farm and Jungle Book, the Mowgli's brothers story. And there's been attempts that have been close. Circus's Mowgli isn't god awful, it's not good. He's clearly trying to follow the source material better than Animal Farm. And then Animal Farm, I actually do enjoy the TNT version and the hand drawn animated one, but they don't quite work. If there's a way to like combine those two, take the best of both and put them in there, that'd be great. But we still don't have there. So yeah, it'd be nice to have like a real definitive one.
Didymus, thank you for the $5 super chat. Rank the Fantasia segments best to worst. You can also include Fantasia 2000.
I'll do the first one. 2000 is probably too many.
Yeah.
I mean, Night on Ball Mountain for me. Then with Ave Maria lumped in there, I think they're together. The Photog, I can never say Photogen Fugue. I can never say it right. But the abstract bit they did with that, I think that'd be next. Then probably Nutcracker, Sorcerer's Apprentice. I feel like I'm missing. Oh, the whatchamacallit, the alligators and hippos. I'm blanking on the ballet and the dinosaurs. I think that's all of them.
Keyblade Master Andy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, have you seen the new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4? They announced Coco representation, which fits with Sora's state of non-existence in the Kingdom Hearts universe.
Yeah, I think anytime somebody asks what world would you like to see in Kingdom Hearts, I would say gargoyles, which I kind of figure they're not going to do, and Coco. So when I saw it there, I'm like, yes. And the keyblade in that style looks so cool. It's kind of like a guitar and like a skeleton guitar. I love that. I like the other versions they're working in. I like they didn't just show the Coco level and that's it. They showed other levels in there that look really inventive and really fun. So yeah, no, what I saw looked good. I look forward to playing it 10 years from now.
Movie Lover, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the 80s sci-fi film Real Genius? And if so, what are your thoughts?
I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I should sit down and watch the whole thing. Yeah, what I saw I liked. For some reason, I just never got a chance to see all of it.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Up for a laugh challenge. I found the perfect Elaine rant if she, Dreyfus, was given Geppetto DVD. It's only a few seconds, and I'll CFS donate.
I mean, I'll look it up. I gotta see that, huh? Julia.
I think they're saying they are going to tell you what to look up if you agree to basically react to it live right now.
Hold on. DVD reaction. I might not need to. Maybe I can just find it. No, okay, not really.
Yeah, I think they're saying it's the perfect Elaine rant if Julia Louis-Dreyfus was given a Geppetto DVD.
Oh, if she was given a video. Oh, yes, okay. Oh, that's not the same. And I don't know. I feel like she knew what she was doing in that movie. She was just trolling the hell out of that. While also like doing really good work other places. Like again, she can really sing. She's a good singer. Her and Jason Alexander are like phenomenally really talented. So I think I'm good. I thought it was like a real rant that she had, but I'm good. Thank you so much. So.
Mega Guy, thank you for the $2.79 super chat. Keyblade Master Andy, thank you for the $2 super chat. At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Could we get a nostalgia ween for either Coppola's Dracula or Jennifer's Body next year?
Or if you mean this year. Both of those I want to do. I might do one of them this year. It's always one of those where I don't know if they'll get clicks. I don't think they'll like bomb or anything. I know they have like a following. Dracula's a little long, but that's the reason I've kind of stayed away from that. Jennifer's Body, I actually really enjoy, and I think kind of the campiness is intentional, and the themes are very interesting. Um, but it's another one where I'm like, well, how much of a following does it have? Do I take a risk on it or do I not? So I don't know. I might do one of them this year.
Samuel, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey everyone, cheers to the second $2 billion hit of the decade, Spider Man, a brand new, beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah, no, it's doing gangbusters. I think that's I just recorded a Disney December on it, talking a little bit more detail about it. And what's interesting that I think why the Spider-Man movies are maybe connecting a little bit more with people than necessarily people maybe in my generation is that when I was growing up, they really were men and women. They were grown-ups. They were already, Batman, Indiana Jones, Alien, Sigourney Weaver. They're all grown-ups. With something like this or Harry Potter, you get to watch the characters grow up, which we didn't have as much of when we were younger. So it's one of those things where the more I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, I would probably gravitate towards a character like that, where I feel like I grew up with them. Uh, and I think that would probably make a really big difference because I knew it'd do well. I was always shocked it did that well. And even before then, just the connection people have to a version of Spider-Man where you do see him grow up and evolve. And this is the longest we've had him in movies, like really grow up and evolve. Uh, so it is very interesting. I guess it's not surprising, but it's neat to see. It's a I like it's something that's uniquely like this generation's thing. Like I said, so the Keaton Batman, all that's ours, but like this is theirs, and I like that. I think that's a very cool, unique thing to connect on.
Strider for Life, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey guys, I'm sure you've seen the latest D23 panel with Kingdom Hearts 4 extended trailer, which featured the world based on the awesome Coco movie, which I have seen after the trailer and I loved the movie too.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't usually pay much attention to the D23 stuff, but just my YouTube feed was just full of them all over the place. I'm just like, well, okay. I mean, some of these I am curious about. And just once you click on one, they just send you nothing but others. So I did check that out and thought that was all really cool looking.
Matt Gamer, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, I don't know if you heard, but Coco is coming to Kingdom Hearts 4, and there's an anime series coming to Disney+. However, our celebration had to be halted in paying our respects to Hayden Panettiere, the original voice actors for Kairi in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Birth by Sleep, RIP.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That you get this news about Kingdom Hearts 4, and then you get that very sad news, of her passing and everything. So yeah, I guess it is kind of a mixed reaction, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, what I saw of the trailer looked good. It definitely didn't look like underwhelming or I expected more or anything. It's like, no, it's Coco's one of the levels I always wanted to see. It looks great. I think there's great possibilities for it. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it.
And it's about gosh darn time we actually get a Kingdom Hearts anime. I can't believe it hasn't actually made it until now.
Okay. When they said a Disney anime, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know what it was, but it's like, oh, it's a Kingdom Hearts anime.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts anime coming to Disney Plus.
I feel like that'll translate better than the one they attempted way back when with sort of the more Disney style animation. Not that was going to be awful or anything, but it's clearly designed to be an anime.
Yeah.
The only other thing I'm curious about, are they going to stick really close to the story, or are they going to kind of do their own thing? Because I'm assuming it's only going to be like whatever 10 episodes per season, whatever. And there's a part of me that's like, how much can you really fit in that amount of time? So yeah, I'm curious to see what they do with that.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. At D23, something horrible was announced. In Frozen 3, Olaf will have a girlfriend. I guess they thought Olaf wasn't annoying enough in Frozen 2, so now there's gonna be two of them.
Yeah, I heard that. Let's hope they get a good actress. Let's hope they get somebody that can like Robin Williams it or Ellen DeGeneres it, where they can add a lot of charm to the character and let him riff and be, really good. Because there are some actors that can save kind of a nothing performance, but then there's ones where you can tell they're hoping they'll save a performance and they don't. So hopefully they get someone that can just bring a lot of, a lot of charm to the character and make it work.
Cruising around the block, thank you for the $5 super chat, and they just say, Nerd!
Critic!
Great. Mr. Prowley, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, it's my birthday today. I would like to hear your thoughts on Acme versus Coyote.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy
And
birthday.
I haven't seen it yet, but everything I see, it mostly looks good. For a movie I just didn't even think was real whenever they describe it. I'm like, oh, it's an urban legend. Come on, that's not real. Uh, it looks better than I
Timing!
thought it would be. The only thing I'm concerned about is sometimes it looks like it's hand drawn. A lot of the times it looks like it's 3D, just with lines put on it, and that's going to be really, really distracting. So I'm hoping they don't do too much of that. Foghorn Leghorn especially looked really bad. So that's the one major concern I have. Everything else, was looking pretty decent.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. It was announced at D23 that Lilo and Stitch 2 will feature the big screen debut of Angel. Wonder if Tara Strong will reprise her role as the character.
I don't see why not. The only reason I could see maybe getting someone else if there's just like a bigger celebrity or something. But if they got Chris Sanders back as Stitch, I can see them getting her. But Stitch is also more popular, so I could see people going more insane if they did not get him. But I also hear he's directing it too, so that seems like something he would probably fight for to try and get her in there. So yeah, we'll see.
Dilf the Clown, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on the upcoming movies and TV shows that were announced at D23?
I mean, there's a lot of them. I guess with Zootopia, that's one of those where I'm like, you can make as many sequels to those as you want. They're, crime, mystery thrillers with animals that have different ways of living and places to live and different ways to, use that as an allegory for, prejudice and stuff like that. There's so many things you can do with it. So I'm open to that. You can do those. You can do a million in the heat of the nights for those if you want. Um, there's something I keep forgetting, Ghost Market or something like that. That looked kind of interesting. The only thing about that is that even though I'm sure it's going to look great, because I it was in Japan, I think. It was definitely having a little bit of a Spirited Away vibe, which doesn't mean, oh well, we got one, so we can't do more. No, you can. It's that with Pixar, I always imagine like a Haunted Mansion movie at some point or something along those lines. I'm surprised they haven't done Ghosts. So I was kind of hoping a little bit more like, sort of like the more American Ghost thing. But Japanese Ghosts, clearly there's a lot of imagination, there's a lot of creativity, a lot of stuff you can do with that. It's just one of those things where it's like after that, I like to see them try something kind of like a Haunted Mansion movie, more like just kind of a traditional haunted house film. I think they could that style I think would really translate well to it. But yeah, at the same time, kind of imagining doing their spin on something like Spirited Away does sound pretty cool.
And Newts, thank you for the 500 bits. Hi, Doug. Just wondering if you'll be doing The Buzz on Maggie for Disney December this year. Unfortunately, it's not on Disney Plus, but the whole series is free to watch on YouTube if that helps.
What's it called? Buzz on Maggie?
The Buzz on Maggie.
Let's see. It's so funny. As soon as you said it, I'm like, I think I know what this is. And I saw it there. I'm like, yes, that's what I thought it was. I have no idea what it's about or anything else, but it's like I've seen this image before, and I'm like, I'm just assuming that's what it's called. Um, this year, definitely not, because all the shows I they're already done and recorded and everything. But yeah, I'm not gonna have time to watch it. Uh, but maybe I'll look into it, see if it's something that might be worth my time.
Deshaun, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, if you have kept up with everything that was announced at D23 this weekend, what projects announced are you most excited to see?
Um, I mean, I think the ones a lot of people are excited about, Kingdom Hearts 4 is certainly the Ghost Market one. I'm pretty excited for, and the new Zootopia I'm pretty interested in. Those are the ones.
A lover of cinema, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the ultimate edition of Batman v Superman? I've heard from many people that it's better than the theatrical cut, and I even recall you saying in the past that you wanted to check it out after watching Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yes, and I still haven't seen it. Again, it's just I get super occupied with other things, not just in my regular life, but very much in work and things I have to watch and everything. But I am curious, to check it out at some point. The only reason that I keep putting it off is that I feel like I'm still not going to get a good movie, but I'm sure it'll be better. And I know I still got to get through that Eisenberg performance as Lex Luthor, which was just so terrible. I can't see a longer cut making that better. I do want to check it out someday, though.
Sean, thank you for the $10 super chat. Have you seen the courtroom drama The Verdict with Paul Newman featuring Bruce Willis in a background role? If you have, what do you think of Newman's speech at the end?
I don't think so. Let me double check. The verdict. There it is. 82. Yeah. Not ringing a bell. I'll try to check it out. I am not aware of this.
On a Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. So, again, my friend, you used the phrase seen 100 times before in a review. Sorry to say, but you have what I call the critic curse, where you've seen so many movies that tropes wear on you faster than the average audience. Yeah, I have it too.
Oh, there's no denying that, certainly. And there's pros and cons to it. Yes, there's stuff I get tired of quicker. But then when I see something that really is new and really surprising, I find I'm usually a hint more open to it than the average person. I want stuff to get weird. I want stuff to get really out there. And I appreciate it a lot more. I feel like the average person will see a movie and be like, "Oh, that was good, man. That was really good," and then kind of never go back to it. Where if it's something I really, really like, I will watch it several times. That's one of the reasons this is my living is because I love, looking at a film, even just editing it, looking at like frame by frame and, playing my voiceover. I mean, just looking at the actual films I like, it's such a delight to see and imagine them making it and the time it took and the pacing of it, and the artistry, all that stuff. So, yeah, it's well, sure, you could argue, it's harder to, please a critic. Everybody's a critic. That's a phrase for a reason. When they do get it right, it just means so much, and it's such a wonderful feeling. And there's such an appreciation for how difficult it is to do something, not just different, but really have it work, really have it connect with a lot of people, not just one or two, like a lot of people, and connect with people like in a different way. And there's a lot to respect about that. And I feel like for a lot of us, and it should be this way, a lot of us just go see a movie. We just want to have some fun, escape a little bit, just see something we identify a little bit. Oh, that was good. Or, oh, that was really good. And, go home. Where when I find something that really connects with me, I'm like, holy smokes, like I'm going to think about that for a little bit. I'm going to go back and watch it again. I'm going to study why that works so well. So, well, sure, it can bring a little bit more annoyance when something doesn't work. It is crazy the amount of joy something brings when it really, really works.
On a Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. Both Heather and Doug, what is the darkest animated work that you've seen? I don't watch anime, so for me, it's Feel a Day.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Is that the cat movie? I think I'm getting that right. The darkest man. I am trying to
Perfect
think of
Blue
what
messes me up every time I see it.
Yeah, but Perfect Blue's pretty good. Oh my god, I know which one. It's not the whole show, but certain episodes of Paranoia Agent are
Mhm.
really hugely disturbing.
Mhm.
Like, you see, you just go, good God. You can't even believe they're talking about some of the things they're talking about in this. So that's up there. Certainly, Edward and Me, for those who know what that is. That was pretty disturbing, like in the best way.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Doug, do you prefer watching movies at home or going to the theater? I liked watching the new Matrix film on HBO Max.
Uh, it depends on the movie. If it's something I think will look good on the big screen, or I really want to see with an audience, and of course I like seeing in the theater. But there's a couple movies we're saying on stream here, where I'm like, I'll wait for that to come to streaming. That Anthony Bourdain movie, I'm sure it'll be totally fine in a theater, but I don't think it's something where, boy, seeing it with a crowd is really going to change a lot. Or seeing it on the big screen, or something like Wildwood. That's another one that's been brought up over and over. I know I want to see on the big screen. There's some movies that were so good on the big screen. I remember I'd be seeing like another film when I was younger, and then sneak in to see parts of this movie again because I knew whatever part I would sneak in to see would just look amazing on the big screen. And Prince of Egypt was that for me. I would just always sneak in whenever I was seeing a movie I either saw before with somebody else or like it wasn't caring for the movie. I just go to the restroom and then just go in and watch Prince of Egypt for a little bit because just any section looked amazing on the big screen. So yeah, there's definitely it's you're definitely gonna it is definitely going to depend on the movie. There you go. I can talk. And if I just realized I don't know how many people can actually see the picture I'm pointing
They
to. And
can't.
Full Metal Alchemist is what okay. Full Metal Alchemist is what I was talking about with the Edward and me section there. Some of you might have seen it before, but yeah, if you've seen the show, you probably know the section I'm talking about.
Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen clips from the Disney Princess concert that came out during D23? Jodie Benson and Halle Bailey.
I do that all the time, man.
Halle Bailey sang a duet of Part of Your World.
Cool. I think I saw like just again scrolling through YouTube, I saw like them all on stage and everything. I'm like, oh, neat. But I didn't watch it. I'm sure it's maybe I should because I bet that does sound really good because those are all really, really good singers. I probably should actually.
Toski, thank you for the $20 super chat. Just joined to
Thank
see
you.
your mug staring blankly at me. Just came back to the channel after like 5 years, loving it all over again.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for coming back.
Too Much Media, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, are there any foods that most people love but you find overrated? Either on an absolutely atrocious level or just meh level apply.
I never understood lobster. Like,
Oh, I
it's
love lobster.
yeah, it's like it's good. And I've been to places where it's said to be spectacular. I've had like in San Francisco, I've had it at, some really fancy restaurants and stuff, and it's always the same thing. It's good. I just never quite got the put out a bank loan for it, kind of thing. Caviar is another one where I didn't even think that was very good. I just tried it. I'm like, yeah, this ain't for me. I've always been into ginger and mint. Ginger is pretty hard for me to do, but if it's a little bit, I can do it. Mint, I can tolerate. I can take it fine, but I don't have like a love for it. And again, I know what you heard, Heather. A lot of people love mint.
I love
so I'm not
mint.
gonna
I
act like
love ginger. I
yeah.
literally have a bag of candied ginger sitting next to me that I just chew on every now and then.
And for me, if like my voice is sore or something, I know ginger candies can help. It's kind of like all right, like I'll take it, just to make myself better. But yeah, those are the ones. I don't hate any of them. They're just very underwhelming for me.
Zach, thank you for the $5 super chat. Sup, Doug? Thoughts on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, and will there be an NC episode on it? Also, RIP Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, we definitely talked about that earlier. No, that's very sad to hear. In terms of Frozen Empire, I still haven't seen it. I should because I'm curious. Most people I know have seen it haven't liked it, but they said there's good stuff in it, and I am curious to see that good stuff. And if I did Frozen Empire, I would have to do Afterlife first, which I can do, but it'll probably be like one without the cast because I feel like I can review it pretty easily just on my own. So yeah, maybe one day.
Samuel, thank you for the $2 super chat. Loopy Shot, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In the first two Terminators, which villain do you like more? The T-800 or the T-1000?
Oh, the T-1000. It's the fact that he can be charming, he can be social. Uh, the way he goes back and forth between looking very robotic and even talking a little robotic. Like I love when he just says, "That's a nice bike." Like it's both kind of half. I'm playing the human socializing part, but I'm also being a killer robot right now. And part of the social element is like rubbing off on that killer robot. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's the way that that one learns a little faster than the T-800. I really, really like that. I found it a lot scarier.
Dr. Gold Dry Bowser, thank you for becoming a member for 27 months over on YouTube. Welcome back. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Unlikely, but would you ever review the MST3K Bigfoot film Cry Wilderness, a quote unquote family film in which the bad guy has his eyes gouged out and he strangles a raccoon?
I don't think I've seen this one. I probably should. I doubt I review the movie because I just don't know how many clicks I get on it. And I'm very open about the fact that I review stuff I want to review, but I also review stuff that people want to see me review too. I try to do a little half and half. But I'll try to see it. I'll try to see that Mystery Science Theater episode because that sounds really funny.
Cinefun Studios, thank you for becoming a member for 3 months over on YouTube. Welcome
Thank you.
back. Hey, Doug, excited for Coyote versus Acme? I'm going to be there opening weekend.
Yeah, I think it's next weekend, right? I hope it is because I'm gonna be out of town this weekend. But yeah, it's funny because if it didn't have all this build up around it and the backstory and everything, I think I'd still be curious about it. You know, I'd want to check it out. But it is one of those where it's like, man, I do want to see it do really, really well. Not just because it's Looney Tunes, but because it's just been treated so terribly over all this time. And it got such a following of people saying, you know, let us see it, let us see it. So, yeah, I'll definitely check it out next week. And I hope it's good.
Levi Bennett, thank you for becoming a member for 19 months over on YouTube. Welcome back. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Can't stay for long, but just wanted to ask, have you seen the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer? I haven't been more excited for a game since Star Wars Battlefront 2015.
Yeah, I thought it looked good. And I am glad they showed us more than just the Coco section. I'm glad they showed us other parts of the game. And they look creative. They look fun. It definitely looked very Kingdom Hearts in a good way. So yeah, no, I'm excited for it.
Ethan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Want to have a look at the Web Design Museum, Doug? This homepage exhibits old archived websites, apps, software, and Flash games from 1990s to the late 2000s.
Huh. It's kind of neat. I could see myself just casually looking through. I don't know if I'd look at it the same way I look at a regular museum where I'm like, whoa, like really reading up on everything. But I'd be curious to see a little bit of that.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. About to watch Amphibia. What should I expect in terms of characters, humor, story, especially in the finale, without spoilers? Also, hint for next weekend. See.
Next week is a crossover, and it's with somebody who has reviewed this film before. I guess that's the best I can give. And then what's the first? Oh, Amphibia.
Today.
Watch the first episode, and then maybe the second episode. If they're not doing it for you, just skip to the episodes that have the blonde friend in it in the first season. There's maybe 2 or 3 episodes altogether, and then just start season 2 because the first season is fine, but it's very much geared towards little kids. It's just staying in one location. All the jokes are little kid based and everything, but the episodes with the friend are very important and they're done well and they're funny and they move the story forward. And then every season after that, all the episodes continue everything forward. They start traveling, it picks up. So yeah, if you watch the first two episodes and you're like, yeah, this isn't for me, just go to the episodes with her blonde friend in it and then just start season two.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Doug, why do you think Spinosauruses weren't in the Lost World Jurassic Park?
I forget. Spinosaurus, the one that kills the T-Rex in 3. Hold on.
I don't know.
Spinosaurus. Sure, I'm spelling that wrong. There it is. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I probably they just figured they could repeat a lot of the first film again and do it well enough. I made a buttload of money, so I guess they're right.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the bad films Caddyshack 2, Ishtar with Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman, Gone Fishin' with Joe Pesci and Danny Glover, or The House with Will Ferrell?
No, but I hear they are all quite bad. I never heard of The House with Will Ferrell. That's a new one. But all the other ones, Ishtar is like a very famously bad movie. Gone Fishing is one of those where everybody knew it was going to be bad, so they always just have like a memory of like that bad VHS and that bad poster. Though I don't know anyone that's seen it. And what's the first one again?
Caddyshack 2?
Oh, Caddyshack 2. That's like a famous bad movie. I've seen plenty of videos about it to know I don't really need to see it. Maybe one day I will have curiosity, but yeah, I don't really have much interest. I'm sure everybody's right when they talk about how bad it is.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Doug in Jurassic World, do you wish they had gone back to Site B?
No, I was pretty excited with them just opening the park. I think that's the best part of that movie is just the park, and the fight at the end is pretty great. Yeah, I just wish the people were interesting. Anything the story was interesting, or even if they're gonna genetically alter dinosaurs, do it in a fun way instead of just oh my god, the giant raptor is part raptor. Like, yeah, you think? So yeah, that wasn't the issue for me.
Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on the Vision Quest trailer? I didn't realize there was a trailer for Vision Quest.
It's funny because it's the opposite for me. They keep showing Vision Quest. Here's Vision Quest. Here's Vision. I'm like, I don't care. The character's fine, but I didn't really get too much into WandaVision. Again, I thought he as an actor was fine, but there's been too much time in between what they've done with that character, and now it's not something I thought demanded a show. So I'll wait and see if people say it's really, really good before I check it out. Yeah, as of now, I don't really have any interest.
The Realm One, thank you for the $5 super chat. It's sad that Invincible can't wait at least another year to look better. Then maybe it could actually get Emmy nominated. I know that's a lot of people's number one complaints is that they think the show doesn't look good.
Yeah, I hear. I've definitely seen like memes of like the poor animation and stuff like that, which is a shame because when I look at like a still shot of the show, I'm like, it looks fine. But then when I see, and even some moments where they're like talking or whatever, I'm like, this is passable, this is okay. But when I do see some of those animation mistakes, it is like, oh, that is bad. That is really bad. I don't know if it would get, what? I shouldn't say that. I was going to say, I don't know if that would affect the Emmy nominations, but it might. I'm acting like I watch the Emmys a lot and I don't. So I guess I shouldn't comment on it.
Keyblade Master Andy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Finally saw Toy Story 5 today. The evil bullseye bit has Alan Cumming. Missed opportunity to have Martin Short play him as he was planned to in Toy Story 2.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that would have been a fun. I didn't know that either about Toy Story 2. It might have been a little too quick for Martin Short. I'm sure he had like a little bit more of a price tag than probably Alan Cumming did for such a short bit. But yeah, I thought that was very funny when they did that. When you go inside like the fantasies of what the kid is thinking. I did forget they did do that in Toy Story 3. Somebody brought that up. I'm like, oh, that's a good point. They did. But I like the fantasies that this kid had a lot more. I thought they were funnier. And I like just the style change and the tone change much more than what they did in Toy Story 3. Because Toy Story 3, they just make them look real. Like it's a real train. It's a real...
I was frozen
I like sort of the funny, goofy style they did with that in this one.
The Realm One, thank you for the $5 super chat. If I had a nickel for every time a Supergirl film was a critical and financial bomb, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Uh, yeah, I'll be honest. I was a little surprised it was the second movie they were doing. I think doing something else in the super universe is kind of odd right after Superman. Which is not to say it couldn't work, that there's no reality where that wouldn't work. It's not something I thought was like dead on arrival or anything, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't do like, a Batman or a Green Lantern or something like that, or a Wonder Woman, any of those. I thought it was kind of strange going right into that, and not only going right into that, but making it so much like Guardians of the Galaxy to where like even just the previews, everybody's like, oh, that's just James Gunn doing his thing. And he didn't even direct it. So yeah, I don't know. As someone that never read too much of the character, but knows at least that story that they adapted is apparently a really, really good story. That is kind of a shame because just going off of that, I didn't hate the film, but I was like, yeah, this. I don't see too much, to this, but everybody says that the actual story it's based on is pretty good.
Too Much Media, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. So my curiosity has been piqued. What top shelf gin are you sipping on there?
Well, this is water, but I'm not really a gin guy. It's always one of those where I'd hear a movie, somebody orders a gin and tonic, and when I finally started drinking, I'm like, well, I'm gonna try a gin and tonic, and I'm like, I either don't like the gin or the tonic. Something I don't like here. It turns out it was both. I was not a fan of. So yeah, if a drink has like gin in it, it's not like I turn it away or anything like that. It's still alcohol. No, but it's not something like I'm really sophisticated. I'm more of like a whiskey guy myself. That's kind of the big thing I usually get into.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have either of you been to Nashville? I'm going there for the first time next week.
Oh yeah, no, Nashville is awesome. Beautiful place. I think it's where the that stretch of road that has like all the cool like the honky tonky and stuff like that. There's like all those really cool areas where there's just a lot of cool music performing. That's actually kind of the place that. Well, I'm definitely not like an expert on country music. I won't even say I'm like a diehard fan. It did get me to a place where I'm like, okay, I think I do like this. I think if I hear the right country music, I actually really can get into this, because it used to be like an extreme rarity, like maybe Dolly Parton or like an occasional country song that has like even then like maybe a little bit of a metal lean to it. But after going there, I'm like, no, okay, I see the appeal of this. I can see actually why this is pretty well put together.
Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 500 bits. Speaking of Hadestown, it comes on digital and streaming next week, August 25th. Can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah, I'll probably check that out. I'll try to see whatever streaming platform it's on, because even before that Pro Shot was coming out, I've just heard great things about it for a long time. I've always been really curious about it, so I'll definitely give it a look.
Jumpy Nedved, thank you for the 30 shekels through Super Chat. Zootopia 2 did a Big Hero 6 with their twist villain. One person acts nice and he's the villain, and the other who isn't acting nice wasn't. So when the siblings bullied Pawbert, I said, he did it.
As soon as the character showed up, there's just something about a clumsy, generally kind of nice person who just pops up, doesn't really have that many funny lines, and doesn't seem to be contributing too much to the story, that I'm like, the only reason this person is here is in their mind they're setting up. It's going to be so surprising when the really timid character did it. I know Harry Potter wasn't the first one to do it, but that is usually the one I call back to. Maybe because that one was a legit good surprise. Because every other character that was obviously evil and that was obviously evil. So I thought that was actually a really good twist. But it's the same setup where it's somebody that, the writer's thinking, well, won't it be such a shock when they find out it was this person? Just look at it from that point of view, that the character is written this way. And they don't take too many risks with the character either, because, again, they don't want anything to necessarily rock you out of that mindset of, oh, well, that character's so nice. Well, if a character is meant to be really funny, they'll have moments where either they're a little too stupid or a little too mean or something like that. If they play the character really, really safe, they're usually the ones that did it.
Gabriel Kane, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm so happy you reviewed Hellboy this week. Now, important question, will the sequel that in my opinion is better than the first film be reviewed?
Maybe. I'll see how the first one does. It's funny because I didn't think the sequel was particularly good, except for the visual style, which was stellar. Like, I know it sounds weird, but that's like one of Guillermo del Toro's like best looking movies, which just sounds so odd. That was it, the Troll Marketplace or Goblin Marketplace, whatever it was, just looks so amazing and all these cool creatures and everything. But the story again is like kind of very rushed. The editing's a little too quick and choppy. It's not awful, but if this one does well, I'll definitely review that one too.
Raven Dark, thank you for the $5 super chat. No message, just the super chat.
Thank you.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Heather, speaking of anime, did you see the Sailor Moon redub? I did not. I haven't had many opportunities to watch things like that. I'm trying to catch up on new stuff, let alone like go back and rewatch stuff. So no, I haven't had a chance. Sorry. Raven Dark, thank you for the $5 super chat. What do you think of Tom Holland as Hercules?
Have I seen Tom Holland as Hercules? Hold on. Holland Hercules. Let me see. Oh, like Disney Hercules. I see. Playing for Tom. Like Owen Zendaya as Megara. Oh, that would work, man. I mean, it really would just be Spider-Man again, but it would really work for the style of that movie. Okay, so I guess hold on. As a shared story deal, casting choices, referendum, blah blah blah. Okay, so I guess the actress Susan Egan was talking about who she thought would play the part, and oh wait, so is this confirmed or not? Zendaya and Tom Holland get Hercules casting blessing from original maker. Okay, that's what it is. So this either was something that started as like a meme or she made it a meme saying it. It does make a lot of sense. Again, for the style of that movie, I think that would totally check out. Yeah, it's I mean, it's right there with Catherine Hahn as the villain in Tangled. It's like, no, it's like right there kind of thing. It's like, I can't even believe I didn't see that before. Maybe because I don't think about that much, but yeah, no, I think that's pretty ideal.
Van, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you like to do reviews of Blue Sky animation films for NC despite doing Disney-cember reviews, besides Horton?
If there was anything that jumped out at me for doing like an NC review, I would. I don't think there. Well, wait. Was Lorax? Maybe not. I forget which one that was. But yeah, it just depends on the movie. There have been films I've done for a Disney December and then done as a Nostalgia Critic just because I really wanted to go into more detail about it. Yeah, if one pops up, I definitely would.
Hyperdevil Fangirl Boner, thank you for the 500 bits. People often talk about the Simpsons conspiracies of predicting things, but have you ever heard of the Family Guy conspiracies? One quick example, there's an episode where Peter could turn other people into Robin Williams. The day after that episode aired in Britain, his death was announced.
I don't even know if that's a coincidence as much as just the same name popping up. And it's a big celebrity name, too. I don't see any conspiracy or even that big a coincidence with that. But I think any show that's been around for long enough, that's going to happen. Especially when you play into comedy and how silly we are as a society about something. Comedians see that stuff and they'll play it to the next extreme. That's where the comedy comes from. But sometimes that extreme just keeps going in that direction, mainly because maybe they do want more of like that crazy thing that brought somebody joy for whatever reason. So yeah, it's not that surprising when something like that happens. I don't think they have like, whatever, a magic ball or they're in with the government or anything like that. Uh, I think it is something just where naturally that's what would happen when you get comedy writers writing for a really long time.
Gabriel Kane, the creative kid, thank you for the $5 super chat. I swear this isn't a question my sister is forcing me to ask. I swear. Do you plan on talking about Practical Magic with the sequel coming this fall?
I haven't seen the first one. I don't really have that much of an interest. I haven't heard it's good or bad. It's just kind of there. That's always what I heard. But obviously, I got a following, so yeah, probably not. Especially because Chaplin, what are you doing? Get down from there. Get down from there. Not supposed to be up there. Yeah, especially because it's around the time when like Nostalgia Ween would be starting and stuff like that. And there's so many other movies I'd rather talk about. So yeah, probably not.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. To clarify, the Elaine rant scene from Seinfeld is just a funny way that I think she'd react if given a Geppetto DVD.
Oh,
like
I
using a meme
see.
or a GIF for an answer.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay, and a part of me wonders if it's that scene where she's in like the rental store and like she like rents one of the other guy's recommendations that like Kramer, really enjoys or something like that. But no, thank you so much. I mean, but I'm good. I don't want it to be something where it's like I'll give this if you blah blah blah. It's like I usually don't like to get too much into that mindset. But thank you so much, though.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Saw D23 sequels, sequels, sequels. If it's not an ugly, uncanny valley CGI remake of a classic, then it's a too early or unnecessary sequel.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I was trying to get more attention on like, that the movie I can't name again, if it is Ghost Market, I forget what it's called, or Ghost Store or something. But that was one where I'm like, okay, and Gato I thought looked pretty good, the cat one. So I can't say it's nothing but that, but it is overwhelmingly the majority. And some of the sequels, again, I'm down for. I'm down for another Incredibles. I'm down for another Zootopia. But yeah, no, we definitely are bombarded with it, certainly.
Spectre Store? Spectre Store, is that what it's called, Meme Gremlin? Great. Hyperdevil Fangirl Boner, thank you for the 500 bits. Speaking of Family Guy, did you know that Seth MacFarlane is planning another Family Guy spin-off show? It'll be called Stewie and will be about Stewie going to a new preschool and interacting with his new classmates. That sounds so interesting, doesn't it? I say sarcastically.
I'll say this. They tried something similar with a show that was very hit and miss, but when it hit, it was really, really good, called Big Mouth, where they have these, little adolescent kids, but they all have the voice and even dialogue and mannerisms of like grown-ups. I mean, it's just these comedians using their natural voices and talking like it, but they're talking about little kid stuff and they're talking about like, changes they're going through and stuff like that. And when it did work very effectively. If they could do something like that with that character and with that age and stuff, it could be funny, but yeah, I can only see like a handful of episodes like that working. And it does seem, I was gonna say it seems weird, but at the same time, Family Guy's still going. I think American Dad is still going. So, if so, why not try it? I guess. I don't know. You could always be giving, a new creative team a chance to prove themselves with something. And I like put it this way: if I found out I was a writer on that show, I wouldn't be like, "No, oh my god, I'm doomed." I would see some potential to make something that could be interesting, but it wouldn't be handed to me on a silver platter either. I would have to really work and think, how can I turn this into several episodes and not just, one funny episode.
Joe Pat, thank you for becoming a member for 18 months over on YouTube. Welcome back. Appreciate that.
You.
Rasputin, you said in the Hellboy review, never is accurate in Hollywood. Ever heard of the song of the same name, Boney M? Fun listen, but inaccurate.
No, I guess I'll try to check it out.
Mon Man, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm sure you've probably been asked this, but how did you feel about the X-Men cast that was announced at D23?
All the actors are fine. My big thing was the age of them. I like them being older. I like them being grown-ups. Not that I'm sure a lot of these actors are technically, grown-ups or over 18 or whatever, but they look younger. They're casting them to be younger. I do like them more when they look like they're in their 20s or 30s. Um, but I also get it that they want them to probably grow up over the course of the movie so they can make a lot of movies and do a lot of stories. Uh, and some of the best ones adaptation of X-Men have been when they're younger. X-Men Evolution was very good, and First Class was very good. So it's not something where I'm like, oh, I'm disappointed. I'm not going to like it. I'm sure it can still be really good. It's just not what I gravitate towards. I gravitate more towards like sort of the X-Men '97 route, but yeah, I'm still open to it.
Sean, thank you for the $10 super chat. Question for both. In Edward Scissorhands, what do you think of Jim as the villain? I didn't like him as a villain at all. He's so boring. His plot comes out of nowhere, and he takes the movie out for me.
I know what you're talking about. I would have liked it if not they not they took him entirely out of the movie, but didn't put so much focus on him. The one thing that does make him a little enjoyable is that actor, especially knowing he spent most of his days playing the geek growing up, and now he's like this very convincing bully. There's a few moments I do like with him. I am kind of in agreement, though. It would have been better if the stuff that happens to Edward happened more naturally, not just because of one a-hole. You know what I mean?
Right. But I also feel like most people who have lived in the suburbs have known a Jim in their
Oh,
life,
yeah.
So it's like, yes, that guy.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what I mean? Like the villain. Like he could
Right.
just been a jerk instead of the villain,
Right.
kind of thing.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Doug in The Return of the King, what do you think of the ending?
Which one? And the funny thing is, I'm not even against doing all those endings, especially when you're closing up three films. It really is just the editing. They kept making it look like it was wrapping up and then it kept going. That's the big issue with me. The endings themselves, I think, are very effective. I actually really like them coming home and not getting the heroes praise at the end. It's a little bit more, they have like the 1,000-mile stare and everything. I like that. I like them all bowing to them. Both of those are things I'm kind of surprised weren't in the book. It's actually, kind of the opposite in the book. But I thought were very effective in the film. So I do like it. It really is just the editing. They should have made it look like, and we're done. And then there's more.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather in Alien Isolation, what do you think of Ripley's daughter, Amanda? Also, Doug, do you plan on playing that game? I feel like I had a unique experience with Alien Isolation in that I played the game before I saw the Alien movie. So in
Ah.
my mind at first, I was like, oh man, Amanda's a badass. Like, and I shouldn't say at first, like, she is a badass character and like she's really brave and like cool under pressure and whatever, and she's really cool. But she's after then watching Alien, I was like, oh, she's a little bit copy and paste from her mom.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like, and if anything, I enjoyed her arc, I think, more in Alien Isolation because like Alien Isolation kind of gives Amanda some of her closure of piecing together what happened with her mom and like
Hmm.
all that. And I was also piecing together what happened with her mom. I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Oh yeah, we're going through this together, Amanda. Yeah, Wayland Yutani. Yeah, those guys suck. Yeah. It's like, oh, everyone else already knew this stuff. Oh, okay, great.
But yeah, I've heard good things about some of the Alien games. Again, there's just so many in a long list of games people want us to play, and I want to play too. So we'll see. But I've definitely heard really good things about it.
CM Sully, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, will you review Sinners for Nostalgiaween?
Uh, I don't know. If I do, it'd probably be like next year, because that's probably something I would want to plan a little bit more. Something unique with it. I don't know. I guess I gotta sit on that because there might be some ideas there. There's definitely stuff you can say about it. Yeah, let me think about that.
Movie lover, thank you for the 550 bits. So I was rewatching Lilo and Stitch, and something I didn't know is that Nani's voice actress, Tia Carrere, was originally considered for the role of Mulan, which might explain why Nani has a poster for the film in her room.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I always liked Tia Career. Whenever she shows up in something, I always thought she was really, really cool. I think she did a great job in that. I think she did really, really good. And I like they gave her a pretty big part in the live action one, even though it's very different from the animated one. But yeah, both those actresses did such a good job.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Doug and Lilo and Stitch, the series. What's your favorite episode?
Let me see. I think of more the little TV movies that they did. Like those are standing out to me, even though it's like, yeah, I did see the episodes. I remember there's one just because the drawing was so weird. There's an episode like a lot of these shows have where the kid wishes, I wish I was grown up. I wish I blah blah blah, and they do it. They just give her like a regular grown up body, but it's still like the Lilo head. So it looks really, really weird. I think she has like the same voice too. And it was just so odd to see that I couldn't tell if it was intentionally trying to be funny or not. So I remember that standing out. Um, Anything that really focused a lot on, what was it? On Ruben, the Rob Paulson character, I really like. Honestly, anything that really had to focus on the villains. The little hamster veal voice was great. They had great voices. They worked wonderfully off each other. I'm blanking on specific episodes. But yeah, that's sorry, that's not a more detailed answer. It's just been a long time since I've watched it.
Rasmussen, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, have you considered going to any cons in, say, Boise, Idaho, or Salt Lake City, Utah? I'm from southern Idaho, so I'd be interested in either one.
I've gone somewhat out there before. I feel like I've done a convention in Idaho before. It'd be weird if I haven't, being in the Midwest. And I know I've been to Colorado Springs. I never done one like in Salt Lake City or anything like that, or in Utah. I'm sorry, I should say. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want us out anywhere, you can always tell a convention out there, hey, we want Channel Awesome out here, and request us. And sometimes that does work. Sometimes people come to us and say, hey, we've gotten a lot of requests to have you out here, so we're inviting you out and everything. So yeah, do that, and maybe we'll pop up.
Kyle Universe, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, I want to recommend the animated film Freebirds for Thanksgiving. Think you could get a lot of material out of it.
Yeah, I always have it down on the list. I always say Freebirds, parentheses, Thanksgiving. Remind me to do it around Thanksgiving. Uh, but usually, because there's a delay by a couple weeks when we make them, usually I get to it too late. Or like I have to do the commercial special around that time and everything. So I'm usually out by a little bit, but hopefully I can get to it this year because I've never seen it, but I've definitely gotten requests for it before.
TJ O'Donnell, thank you for the $20 super chat. Hey Doug and Heather, with all the D23 news this past weekend, James Bond's casting is ongoing. Which of these actors do you think would do the character justice? Aaron Johnson, Callum Turner, Jack Lowden, or Jacob Elordi?
I'm not sure who any of those people are. I'm so sorry. I'm sure if I saw them, I would recognize them. I'm not the best with names. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm so sorry.
Cozy Big Man, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, I have a question for you. Would you consider doing gameplay videos for any of the South Park games? Like more specifically, both the Stick of Truth and the Fractured But Whole?
I'd be open to it. The only thing I'd be concerned about is that we do stream on YouTube, and I'm gonna take a wild shot in the dark and say there's a lot of swearing in those, which we don't care about, but sometimes YouTube can demonetize something. But then again, Resident Evil had swearing every once in a while, and obviously gory stuff and everything, and we never got hit. So I don't know, because I like to play them. I never played them. I've seen like bits of them, and they look great. But I've never had a chance to actually sit down and play it. So we'll see. I'm definitely open to it. It's whether or not, YouTube would let us, actually do it.
The last one, thank you for the $20 super chat. Hey Doug, just got here,
You know.
so sorry if this has been asked, but what do you think of the X-Men cast reveals? I think they're pretty perfect. While I think Adam Driver would have been a cool Magneto, he seems born to play Sinister.
Sure, I mean he's a good actor. I agree, Magneto would have been cooler. I get them wanting to do a different villain because they've done Magneto so many times. I heard like fan casting was going to be like John Hamm as Sinister, and after I heard that, I'm like, all right, now I can't see anyone else. But I think he could do something pretty cool with it. Um, as I said, because I have answered it a few times, my big thing is how young everybody is, which I know makes sense technically. They're going to a school, they want to make a lot of movies so they can grow up into them. My introduction to X-Men has always been they're grown-ups. So that's just going to be my preference. But some of the best stuff has had them very young. X-Men Evolution, First Class. So hopefully it's another one of those.
What up, JD? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Besides Avatar, what were your other favorite Nickelodeon shows / cartoons from the 2000s?
I didn't watch many from the 2000s. I'm so sorry. SpongeBob? I guess that's it. And even then, I didn't watch a ton.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite episodes of Recess?
Uh, oh, that's someone like I just watched that this year, and now I'm trying to remember which episode stood out. I kind of like the one where the principal is doing like this trivia with the main kid about like a superhero, and if he gets them all right, he's gonna take them all to like see the movie or whatever. Because I like at the end there was there's a technical like a technical foul, so to speak, and it's a very funny thing he gets wrong. It's about pronunciation of a name, but at the end he does come Vincent talking about, well, what would the character do? What would, you say you're a fan, do you think this character would stand by this? I like that. I like when the kid can kind of appeal to the adults, to kind of their inner ethical side. It almost awakens something in them, remembering something that like that job is almost trying to kill. Those are probably my favorite episodes. Anytime the kids and the adults legit make a connection with each other. I like the one where Spinelli spends the day with who's the crouchy old lady? I'm forgetting her name now.
I don't remember.
Yeah, y'all know who it is. It's the one crouchy old lady in the whole thing. I also like the one where her and the was it Mikey? Is that the big kid? Where they dance together, which again sounds like it's such an obvious episode, but they really played into their characters and their personalities very, very well. Oh, and then anything with Gretchen. I love Gretchen. That voice is so funny. The writing for her is so great. I think the episode where she tries to play dumb was just so hilarious because I had to get so creative with how dumb she has to answer this stuff. So yeah, no, that was hands down my favorite character was Gretchen.
Sean, thank you for the $10 super chat. There's more to this question, but I love it just ending here. Doug, have you ever heard of Vietnam? I just love the idea of
Not
you
like, tell me.
Anyway, look, Doug, have you ever heard of Vietnam? You're entering a world of pain, son. We know that you stole the car and the money, and we know that this is your homework. You're killing your father, Doug.
This is your homework, Claire. This is your homework, Claire. I just like, no, I haven't seen. Is it a movie? It's like, it's a couple.
TJ O'Donnell, thank you for the $10 super chat. What are your favorite Del Toro films, and what are your thoughts on the Quiet Place franchise? There's a third film next summer and might potentially make for a Halloween episode.
Third? I thought, wasn't there already a third? I thought there was like, the next one would be like fourth or something like that. I only saw the first one, which I liked. I never saw a need to see the other ones, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll check them out and find them to be really, really good. They didn't look bad. I just feel like I see one, I kind of know what I'm gonna get. And Del Toro, let me see. I loved oh man, what's not Crime Alley? What the hell is it called? It's so
Nightmare
good.
Alley?
Yes, Nightmare Alley is like my absolute favorite. I love that movie. I did like Pan's Labyrinth is really, really good. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the ones that people like, the only one I really didn't get into, I didn't think it was awful, but I just didn't get into it at all, was the one he won the Oscar for, that In the Shape of Water.
I love
Uh,
Shape of Water.
I I didn't see the chemistry between those two, and I was really ready to. I was really like, you know what? Let's do this weird thing where a human falls in love with a fish. I'm down. Let's get weird. Let's get crazy. And I just felt no chemistry between the two of them. That kind of surprised me. But yeah, no. But even when something doesn't work, the fact that that won like Best Picture is kind of cool. A movie where a lady gets it on with a fish guy. I just love that he's like good enough that can win people over. I liked his version of Frankenstein too. I enjoyed that.
On Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. I have to tease you a little, but can you explain how you did The Crow and Pulp Fiction for Disney December before you did Sleeping Beauty?
I did Sleeping Beauty. Maybe it's one of those that got copyright claimed or isn't being pushed or something. But no, that was like year one. I did Sleeping Beauty. So yeah, it might be one that YouTube isn't pushing. There are ones where even if you search it, it won't pop up. It should be in our playlist though. If not, it must have gotten copyright claimed for some reason, but it should be on there.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, would you possibly do an NC on the Seth Rogen film The Green Hornet, since there's a massive debate between if it's really good or just dumb?
Uh, I never grew up with the show. I didn't hear very good things about the movie. It never interested me. I want to say I even started it, and I just wasn't getting into it. Not that it was awful; it was just kind of dull. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll sit down and I'll watch it because I do find polarizing films very interesting. So yeah, we'll see.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. One Blue Sky film I can't wait to see you do for Disney December is Epic. I love the midnight screenings Brad did for it. I never get tired of watching him tear it apart for the horrible humor and how awful the main character's father is.
That's another one. I always have it on the list, and I always bump it. I'm always like, maybe another time, maybe another blah blah blah. But it's like I really should watch it this year. I forget if I kept it on the list for this year or not, but it's always, even if I bump it, it's always just bumped down to like next year. So if I did bump it, I'll try to put it back.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. You've said prior that the Santa Claus 2 is your favorite of the films. With you having reviewed the first and third, will you do the second?
Yeah, somebody brought that up last night too. I think I will actually because there is some fun material you can talk about in there. So if not this year, because I can't remember if I did Santa Claus last year or not. If I did last year, I should probably leave a little bit of time in between. But if it's like a couple of years ago, then yeah, I probably will. I'll definitely do it at some point.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, you said you love horror movies that do something different. Could you possibly do Final Destination for Nostalgiaween?
Yeah, so I saw the first movie. I remember liking it. I can't remember if I saw all of the second one or just chunks of it. I think I saw all of it. I just remember the deaths. I don't remember much else. I never saw the other ones, and I guess it really does have like a big following. So yeah, let me put that down. Actually, I'm trying to get myself more into like franchises. Like once I have like a lot of movies go. So if anything, it's like, well, I can review it for whatever, a following year or something. But with Nostalgia Wayne, it does get tricky because there's only 4 or 5 slots, so it might be a little trickier. But that's what a lot of people have asked me to do.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you ever possibly do an NC on The Simpsons and Family Guy crossover, which was super hyped and advertised yet vanished quickly?
uh Maybe. I feel like a lot of people have talked about it already. I don't think I'm gonna be able to add that much. I thought it was all right for what it was. It wasn't amazing, but it gave me exactly what I was expecting, and I'm actually okay with that. I thought everything worked out with their very similar but different enough styles of humor that I thought they worked well off each other. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I can bring anything that different to it that a lot of other people haven't already brought up.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen Last of the Mohicans 1992? And if so, what are your thoughts?
No, I think I heard it was good. it's always one of those. I'd see it at the video store and be like, eh, just every time I saw it. And I never heard anyone say it's great, it's fantastic. I've always heard it's good, it's a solid good. So just never really interested me that much.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Doug, did you like the beginning of Cobra Kai better than the ending?
So I never did watch the last season, but I did ask what happened because I was curious enough to know what happened, but I didn't want to sit through it, especially because they kept splitting it up into so many parts. Um, Even just hearing what happened, I can guarantee I like the first part better than the last part. And I know part of the charm is that it already started off a little campy and it just gets campier and campier. I know it's part of the idea, but I don't know. There's a definite bite to the first season and even a little bit in the second season that I felt like my trainer at one point. He put it best. He's like, it just becomes Dawson's Creek at some point. And I'm like, he's right. I know that's part of the charm, but I like how it started off before, uh, where it kind of felt like there weren't as many rules yet to what could be in this world, ethically, what could be in this world, which I found more interesting. So yeah, I never did finish it up. Everything I hear, I kind of believe people on that there's some good moments, but it really is just specializing in jumping the shark at this point.
Rasmussen, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever considered reviewing either as the critic or giving your own thoughts on Married with Children or Martin Lawrence's show?
When I was growing up, I didn't like Martin. I just did not get into it at all. And every single time I see clips thinking maybe this will be the time I get into it, I never do. So probably not, especially because I'd have to sit down and watch the whole show. Married with Children, I do have a soft spot for, even though it's complete bad taste. It's supposed to be lowbrow humor, but there is a cleverness to it, to how kind of lowbrow and awful it is. When somebody says they don't like it, I'm not surprised. I'm not going to feel like this epic classic. You don't understand the nuance of it. No, it's dumb. It's trash. But I did find it kind of entertaining. But again, I would have to go and watch it all again because I literally haven't seen it since it came out, and I just don't have time to do that. So probably not. But I remember having a soft spot for it.
KJK, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, have you seen the latest special look at Avengers Doomsday? While there are still doubts to be had, I will say this is already the most menacing and comic accurate Doctor Doom that we've ever gotten on the big screen. It does give me some hope.
No, it's another one where I'm like, I'll wait for the trailer. I don't know why. There's something about when they're sitting down with the interviews, talking with the people. Because the interviews always feel so phony, and the way they're edited, the way the answers are, and they have to give the same answer to the same questions over and over. They have it so rehearsed. I never enjoy those special looks. And whenever they're showing how they're putting something together and doing this detail, I'm like, no, I don't want to know that yet. I want to just see the movie. I want to be surprised. Where when I see a trailer, they're usually so well put together. A lot of times the trailer can be better than the movie, that I like looking at that and getting more into that. There's something about a special look with all the interviews that even if they're doing a good job in the interviews, it still has such a phony flair to it that it puts me off the movie. And I don't want it to do that. I want to be as excited as I can for it. So I usually don't check them out, even if they're well done.
People are saying the special look is the trailer.
Well, then why they call it a trailer?
Right.
All right. Well, maybe I'll give that a special look then.
The last one, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey Doug, I wanted to recommend an animated movie called Big Trip. I dare not spoil anything, but know it's dubbed by the same company that did the cinematic epic Pinocchio, A True Story.
Yeah. Okay. A Big Trip movie. Let's see. There it is. Oh, it looks like it. It definitely looks like that vibe. All right. I'll see if I can give it a look.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Ever see the Santa Claus TV series that Tim Allen made?
Yes, I actually really like the first season a lot. In fact, that's probably my favorite Santa Claus thing from that series. I thought it was very imaginative. I thought it was funny. I liked the story. I liked the characters. I was impressed it did as well as a TV show. I started the second season. Second season I didn't get into. So, I saw like maybe the first 2 episodes. I went, to it. But that first season, I actually really got into it. They even retconned a few things that I thought I wouldn't enjoy, but I thought they did in a very clever, charming way. So yeah, I actually really, really liked it.
Organoth, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Hexed and will you do Alien for Disney December?
So I haven't done any Fox films that were before the buyout, or at least I try not to, except for like special occasions. So probably not. And yeah, Hex I thought looked fine. I guess for some reason it's getting blowback about like the style, or they've seen it too many times and stuff, that kind of style. But I'm just like, I can't just expect that from Disney now. Unless I'm missing something. Maybe there's some other angle that I'm missing about it. But I thought it looked fine. I thought it looked cool to see a world like that. I like movies that really incorporate fall, and it looks like they were doing a lot of that there. I think there's a lot of possibilities to it. So yeah, that looked like a good time.
Ruminating Reptilian, thank you for the $20 super chat.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that. I wanted to say I'm a viewer of 9 years and that NC helped inspire me to pursue film school, among other things. Hope you consider to inspire other creators.
Oh my god, so kind of you to say. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope it goes as well as it can, and definitely good luck on your journey. Thank you.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Doug, what's your favorite line from Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Man, I like the whole back and forth about why does a watery tart throwing a sword at you suddenly make you eligible for a system of government, something like that. I thought that was really, really good. Um, I know there's other ones too. There's just like so many bits that I'm running through in my head, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't keep coming back to that. Which is funny. When I was younger, that scene didn't do so much for me, and now watching it, like really questioning, like, yeah, what does that mean? It just the magic, the epic, the blah blah blah. It's like that doesn't mean he'd be a good, he knows what's best for the kingdom or anything like that, or he knows about politics.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, you've said for years Hugo is a really great film and is such a great 3D film. When will it get its NC for you to talk about it?
Uh, I don't know. I guess I could. I could probably find some new things to say about it that maybe everyone else hasn't said. I don't know. It might be worth looking into.
KJK, thank you for the 500 bits. This special look isn't like that. It's basically another whole trailer. It's better than the last one.
Yeah, no, that's what somebody brought up too. Yeah, I'll probably give it a look then.
Awesome, dude. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Curious if you've seen the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Are you excited for it?
Yes and yes.
Nate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, when will the wind change again, allowing Ralph Bakshi to come back to us? Since we've been years without him, we need him back, please.
I don't know. What would I do? Maybe wizards? I could probably do something with that. I'll see. Yeah, maybe. It's always fun having Rob playing me. He's getting to a point where I don't even think he needs the fake beard anymore.
Samuel, thank you for the $2 super chat. Riddle me this. What kind of man has spiders on the brain?
Spider-Man.
Great. Fantastic. Look at you. Keyblade Master Andy, thank you for the $2 super chat. Also, RIP Hayden Panettiere, Kyrie, and Kirby.
Yeah, no, that was definitely very sad to hear.
Mega Guy, thank you for the $2.79 super chat. From last stream, Sean Bean's Odysseus was in Troy.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I remember him being all right. Honestly, the only actor that really stood out to me and that was Brian Cox just chewing the scenery like mad. I don't remember anyone being bad, but that was the only like standout I remember. No, I'll give a little bit more. The more I'm thinking back to it, he was a little better than all right. He was good. I do remember Sean Bean actually being pretty good.
Alex Slusher, thank you for the $5 super chat. I've watched NC for a while, but never thought I'd see an NC live stream. Fun fact, I always like quoting the effing bubbles quote.
Well, thank you so much. I would do it too, but YouTube would probably demonetize this. So thank you for watching.
The last one, thank you for the $2 super chat. Do you think you'll ever do a review of Sin City?
Yes, I definitely want to. I want to do both movies because I love those movies. I like the first one more, but I think they're both great. yeah, one of these days I'm definitely gonna do that. I definitely want to do something very stylized with it. So yeah, one of these days I'll get around to it.
And that will perfectly bring us to 8 o'clock. We finished right at 8 today. Wow, look at that timing.
Alrighty.
Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate it. Malcolm is going to be streaming tomorrow, so come on back if you're interested. On Thursday on Twitch. But Doug and I both will not be here on Friday, so there is no Friday stream. We're talking about what the next game will be, but
Yes.
we've got a couple weeks to fill before Wolverine. I did see some people
Yeah.
asking, like, wait, is Doug gonna play Wolverine? Oh yeah, Doug's gonna
Yeah.
play Wolverine.
I do want to do that, but we're looking at what we can play before then, and we got some ideas. So yeah, definitely tune in for that.
Yeah. So we are not going to be streaming this Friday, so just remember that. But we will be here next Wednesday, so come back and join us. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. 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 Thank